Do you want to be a stunning businessman? Are you good at making fast and good decisions? That is especially important when you are in a trucking business. In this video, you will find the methodology of good and fast decision making. One of the most important things to understand is that most of the processes that go into everyday decision making are subconscious and more complex than is widely understood. For example, think about how you choose and maintain a safe distance behind the car in front of you when you're driving. Yeah, it seems natural and you don't struggle with that. But one day someone told you what a safe distance is. Now we want you to find out and stick to the process, which helps you make good decisions on a daily basis. Before we start, I want to ask you, please don't forget to hit the like and dislike button to let us know if you enjoyed this video. Put a comment with your own way of decision making. Help other truckers and make input to the trucking community. First of all, you have to recognize that the biggest threat to good decision making is harmful emotions. And then that a decision making is a two-step process. First learning and then deciding. Look, when you go to a load board, you barely take the first load that emerge, right? You look at the market, check rates with brokers, and then decide which load has the best value for you. So this is where the learning process starts. And the title sounds like always starts with learning. Learning must come before deciding. It always pays to be radically open-minded and seek out believable others as you do your learning. Many people have emotional trouble doing this and block the learning that could help them make better decisions. Remind yourself that it's never harmful to at least hear an opposing point of view. Then you go to deciding. Deciding is the process of choosing which knowledge should be drawn upon, both the facts of a particular question and your broader understanding of the cause-effect machinery that underlies it. I want to highlight that deciding is the process, and here how this process looks like. Find out important dots. Every day you're faced with an infinite number of things that come at you. Let's call them dots. To be effective, you need to be able to tell which dots are important and which dots are not. Some people go through life collecting all kinds of observations and opinions like pocket-leaned, instead of just keeping what they need. They have detail anxiety, worrying about unimportant things. Sometimes small things can be important. For example, that little rattle in your truck's engine could just be a loose piece of plastic, or it could be a sign your timing belt is about to snap. The key is having the higher level perspective to make fast and accurate judgments on what the real risks are without getting bogged down in details. You must remember the next statements to pick the right dots. One of the most important decisions you can make is who you ask questions of. Make sure they are fully informed and believable. Find out who is responsible for whatever you are seeking to understand and then ask them. Listening to informed people is worse than having no answers at all. Don't believe everything you hear. Opinions are a dime a dozen, and nearly everyone will share theirs with you. Many will state them as if they're facts. Don't mistake opinions for facts. Everything looks bigger up close. In all aspects of our life, what's happening today seems like a much bigger deal than it will appear in retrospect. That's why it helps to step back to gain perspective and sometimes defer a decision until some time passes. Don't over-squeeze dots. A dot is just one piece of data from one moment in time. Keep that in perspective as you combine information. Just as you need to sort big from small and what's happening in a moment from overall patterns, you need to know how much learning you can get out of any one dot without overweighing it. This step will help you to separate pieces of information and take into account only important ones. We're happy to announce that we start building our community on Clubhouse. Follow us there to talk about tracking business, life, and other stuff that might pop up. The next thing to know is by and large concept. You need to understand the concept of by and large and use approximations. Because our educational system is hung up on precision, being good at approximations is insufficiently valued. This impedes conceptual thinking. For example, when asked to multiply 38 by 12, most people do it the slow and hard way rather than simply rounding 38 up to 40, rounding 12 down to 10, and quickly determining that the answer is about 400. By and large is the level at which you need to understand most things in order to make effective decisions. In trucking, you have to make decisions fast, and by and large concept will help you with that. For example, you are negotiating a load with a good rate to the area where there are lack of loads. You can just approximately calculate if this load worth it in case you have 400 miles dead ahead to pick up the next load. This is a hot load and you have to make that decision fast. This is the way it works. When you learn the information, pick the right pieces, and made some approximations, you have to understand and navigate levels effectively. Reality exists at different levels, and each of them gives you different but valuable perspectives. It's important to keep all of them in mind as you combine and make decisions, and to know how to navigate between them. For example, you can navigate levels to move from your values to what you do to realize them on a day-to-day basis. This is what that looks like in the outline. This high-level big picture. I want to make good money in a business that's full of independence and freedom. Subcoordinate concept. I want to have my own trucking business. Subpoint. I need to buy and manage a trucking fleet. Subpoint. I need to accumulate money or get a loan to buy a trucking fleet. Subpoint. I need to work hard and have a constant amount of good ideas and keep good track record and credit score. By doing that, you understand your role in each period of time and see on which level your decision is and what you have to do on it now and how it influences your future. When you follow all of these steps, you are more likely to make a good decision. Practice that and you will do it fast and subconsciously as you keep a safe distance behind the car in front of you. Our mission at Resolute is to help you transform from an owner-operator to a stunning businessman. Get your freedom now! Share this video with your friends, hit the like button, and be sure to subscribe to watch our next episodes.